Hello, welcome to my presentations. Today, I will show you about abstract classes in Java. First, I will introduce you the definition of abstractions and abstract classes in Java. Then, compare it to the interfaces. I will talk about abstract methods, and last but not least, constructor in abstract classes. About abstractions in Java. Data abstractions is a property by virtue of which only the essential details are displayed to the user, while the non-essential units are not displayed to the user. Data abstractions may also be defined as the process of identifying only the required characteristic of an object, while ignoring all the irrelevant details. The process of abstractions also be the properties and the behaviors of an object differentiated from other objects of a similar type, and it also helps in classifying and grouping objects. What about abstract classes? An abstract class in the context of Java is a superclass that cannot be instantiated. It is used to state or define the general characteristic of an object. An object cannot be formed from a Java object class, so trying to instantiate of an object class only produces a compiled error. And the abstract class is declared using the keyword abstract, as you can see in my screen. So about abstract classes. These are some observations or characteristics about abstract classes in Java. So in Java, just like in C++, an instance of an abstract class cannot be created, though we can have reference to the abstract class type. An abstract class can contain constructor in Java, and a constructor of an abstract class is called when an instance of an inheritance class is created. We can have abstract class without any abstract method. And abstract class can also have final methods, which methods that cannot be overridden. For any abstract class that we are not allowed to create an object, and we can define static methods in an abstract classes. We have a syntax of an abstract class. You can see first one is a class variable. We have a constructors, my syntax, which print out a shape is created, and an abstract functions called draw. Only the declarations it don't have any body part. About abstractions procedures, what is the types of abstractions? The process of data abstractions in Java is possible in two different ways. The first one, obviously using the abstract class, and the other one using the interface. So the question is, what is the difference between these two? Let's have a look about the difference between abstract class and interface. An abstract class has the keyword abstract, and the interface has the keyword interface. Kind of easy, right? An abstract class can have abstract and non-abstract methods, while interface can only have abstract methods. About the variables, abstract class can contain final, non-final, static, and non-static, while the interface only can have static and final variables. An abstract class can extend classes and implement multiple interfaces. However, interface only can extend another interface, and it can't implement an abstract class. Class member in an abstract class can be private, protected, etc., while the members in interface are public by default. About abstract method. Any class that contains one or more abstract methods must also be declared as abstract. No method body is presented. Any concrete class that is extended by an abstract class must be overridden all the abstract methods in the class. And the methods are sometimes referred to the subclasser, so because they have no implementations specified in the superclass. We have a sample code about the abstract methods here. We have an abstract class A and an abstract method M1, which have no body part. Class B inherits class A and overridden the methods M1, print out B's implementations of M1. So in the main method, in the main functions, we have an object small b and call the M1 and M2 of method M1 and M2, and which give us the result is B's implementation of M1, and these are concrete methods. Finally, the final part for today, constructor in abstract class. The object of an abstract class can't be instantiated. It means you can't create an abstract class directly, but you can create its object by reference to its child class. If you define your own constructor with argument inside an abstract class, but forget to call your own constructor inside its derived class, then Java Virtual Machine will call the constructor by default. And this is the end of my presentations today. Thank you very much for your time and your watch, and thank you for watching. See you.